Hi guys, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko with another short video on a vintage Pachinko machine. If you watch my my videos kind of in order, the last one I did, I decided just to change things up and say, hey, it's Pachinko time. And evidently somebody got a kick out of it because one of the people that watches the YouTube channel commented and said, hey, it's always Pachinko time, and I'm up with that. This is a 1974 Nishijin Model B, fully restored, obviously with a different playfield than you're used to seeing. This is the original playfield. Let me get it opened up here. It was obviously pretty shot. Colors faded. A lot of water damage on this kid. And it was hard to tell what the original looked like. So I talked to the owner and I said, hey, just go to Bill Cardwell's website where he sells all the Pachinko playfields. Pick one out that you like, and that's the one I'll order and put on your machine. So rather than going with a Nishijin replacement, he went to, this is called Japanese block art. And Bill has, I don't know, 4 or 5 different varieties of this. It really lends itself to the history of the machine with the, being Japanese and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool. As I've said in the last couple of videos, it seems as though the Pachinko gods are out to get me. The last 4 or 5 machines I've had have just been absolute monsters to work on, this one included. And sometimes it has to do with what people have done to the machines, trying to fix them, trying to clean them, trying to do this, trying to do that. And again, no poo-poo on the owners or anything like that. I don't mean it that way. It just is what it ends up, that I have to deal with. But this one had a unique problem, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. Just dawned on me I haven't turned my lights on. There we go. That should brighten things up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't have my glasses on. But let me move this in and give you a little bit of a nicer, quicker view of that. It's pretty cool. I like the background. It's the JAL Japanese Airlines center attraction. The ball or the jackpot lights come on in these 2 translucent areas. Ball out light up there. There's a problem, not a problem, but there's something we have to deal with. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So again, with the full restorations, the sides are all, the mahogany box is all taken care of, sanded, polyurethane. Everything comes off, everything gets cleaned, everything gets put on. I ended up redoing this entire harness. It was shot. And again, because these things were mass produced quickly, the soldering is horrible on these things. So if you're playing with your own and getting it cleaned up and ready, always check up in here and here and here and make sure that your solder connections are good, because if they're not, it's one of the things that will lead to the lights just not working. But got everything working, new fuse, new bulbs, new everything, and we're ready to go. So to get this ready for play, you're going to plug the wall transformer in, plug it into the pigtail, and the first thing you notice is this light comes on, and that is the ball out light. It's controlled by this leaf switch right here, and right now there are no balls in the machine at all, so the light is on. When we put balls in the upper hopper, this eventually will get pushed down by the weight of the balls, and it lifts this little arm up off the leaf switch and turns the ball out light on. So when you're playing, if you see that light come on, that's telling you that you've won enough balls that this needs to have the balls replaced. So you just take them from the front and bring them up to the back. Okay. So first thing you want to do is check to make sure that your ball dump is latched. I've got it marked in red, and there's a little arrow on this small piece. You push it over so that these 2 metal pieces latch. What that does is it keeps these little L-shaped things from tipping down. If they tip down, it lets the balls out the exit chute. With this in place, it creates the bridge that takes the balls across and into the jackpot. So, making sure that's latched, take a handful of balls and drop them in. Now, this is what should happen, and I talk to people about this all the time. Just had a conversation with a guy, and I'll tell you what happened in just a second. The balls should go from the upper hopper into the upper feed track, into the turnaround, into the lower feed track, and then they drop into the jackpot. And they stop when they hit the jackpot, and then everything starts to back up until this tray is full. So the more balls you put in, so if you notice the ball outlet is out, that's because the balls have backed up and have pushed this down. Right now there's still plenty of room up here in the upper hopper. So if you have 500 balls, you want to put everything but a handful right in the upper hopper. I'll just put enough in so that we can run the machine for a while. The second thing you do is check your seesaw. The seesaw is located on the left side of the machine here. Some machines, the seesaw is white plastic. Some machines, the seesaw is actually made of clear plastic, and you can see the two pachinko balls that are trapped in there. Some of the older machines have a seesaw made of brass. So the seesaw is supposed to sit in the machine like this, with the right end up and the left end down. That's the proper starting position for the seesaw. It will tip down during play and automatically come back up. But to start the machine, you want to make sure it's up. And if it's down, there's a plunger under here, right there. And I forgot, but I will put a red arrow there. You push up on that, and it will take the seesaw and tip it up. So don't forget to tip the seesaw up, or you won't get a win when you start to play the game. The next thing that you're going to do is get some sort of box. Anything will do, a shoe box. This is just one of these plastic shoe boxes. You need something wide enough to go from here to here. This is where the losing balls drop out. This is where the winning balls drop out. So if you have something that's that wide, it'll catch the balls as they drop out of the machine. Now I'm going to turn this back around. And I'm going to tell you about the specific issue that I had with this machine. Okay. Let me do this. So on the front of the machine, this is called the feed tray. And inside, on the back side of this feed tray, is what's called the ball handling mechanism. So it's located right there. Okay. Now, it's a little tough to see in the video, I'm sure, but this white piece that's right here, it goes across and then right angles down. And when balls are in there, the balls drop onto this and they roll. The launch mechanism pulls this down, puts a ball up onto the launch rail, and then this allows another ball to go on and get put onto the launch rail. Old machines, you have to be real careful with the older machines. The plastic tends to get brittle. And this particular machine was a prime example of brittle plastic. And right where that end piece is on there, the one that made the right angle, it just snapped. And it was while I was trying to take it out, I think. I don't remember when it broke, but it just snapped off. And it's in a precarious position to the point where super glue wouldn't have done it. Epoxy might have done it. But one of the things that I really enjoy about this job is finding out about all sorts of cool tools. And my brother-in-law told me about a plastic welding gun, and he brought his up, and we actually fixed another pachinko machine with it. and I liked it so much I bought one of my own, and I'm going to do a video on it later so that you can see what it does. But essentially, it's like a staple. It gets hot, and you push it right into the plastic. It melts the plastic, and then you turn the heat off. The plastic hardens up again, and then you've got a metal staple in there holding the plastic together. So what I had to do with this is, with it being on a right angle, I had to put the staples across here a couple of times and then cut them off. And I had the staples here, and everything was fine. And I went to put it back in, and it broke back here. So I had to put staples in here, and then oh yeah, okay. But I've got it to the point where I'm happy with it. And I'm going to now explain to the owner of the machine what they're going to have to do with this machine. Now, this is a Nishijin, and normally Nishijin parts aren't that hard to find. But that particular lever, I didn't have, and I don't have a source for them. So I had to do my best to get it fixed. So after you've got the machine set up in the backside, you're going to take a handful of balls, put them in the upper feed tray. Now, notice the red light is no longer on. Why doesn't anything ever go my way? Sorry about that. Okay, so we're back. Make sure we're still on video. Yeah, okay, all right. This is something that I will work with the new owner with. It's going to be touchy in here, but once it gets closed up properly, it should be okay. Now, one of the things that I always caution people on is to learn how to properly launch a pachinko ball. The proper way to do it is to curl your fingers around the finger rest down here. Use your thumb to pull all the way down, and then just let it roll off your thumb. And as you can see, there we go. As you can see, I'm having trouble with this. That mechanism has to move just right. The balls have to roll. Just all sorts of things are going on in there. And if you don't have a perfect part, or an original part, it just makes things tough. So with this particular machine, let me go back to my original thought here of knowing how to launch a pachinko ball the right way. You press all the way down and let go. All the way down and let go. That's the proper way to do it. If you have kids, the kids tend to want to slap this to launch balls. And this part, the metal part, can take it. The plastic parts on the inside can't. And that's why, to the new owner of this machine, or the owner of this machine, don't let your kids, grandkids, neighborhood kids, whatever, slap this thing, because if that part breaks again, I don't know what to tell you, because it's fragile now, and we'd have to try to find another part for you if that ever happened. So all the way down, release. All the way down, and sometimes it just doesn't want to release them the right way internally. But if it doesn't let them launch like that, they're going to come out down here. It should put another one right onto the launch ramp and be fine the second time. So just kind of be patient with it. It's going to be the nature of your machine. But it does pay out. It does light up. Everything is cool about it. It's a pretty machine. You just got to be a little bit gentle when you launch the balls. And once it gets rolling, it's pretty good. I mean, it's like I said, it's just that little touchiness that maybe right in the beginning you got to fiddle with. But it's launching them pretty good now. Let me do this so you can see. If a ball goes down here, depending on which way this tips, it'll open this tulip or that tulip. And then there are 3 holes in the jackpot. So if it goes down the left side, it will open this one. The right side, it'll open this one. If it goes down through the center, let me see if I can get one to go down through the middle. Yeah, okay. All right, now that we've got a couple of the tulips open, oh, right in. Went right in that hole really quick. Into the toe pocket, into the tulip. All right, so that's the 1974 Nishijin Model B. Low on balls, just take these, put them in here. You're all set. Thanks for watching.